and you are good to go.
Sounds good. Hello, hello. Welcome everybody. It's so good to see your faces. And yeah, it's been a crazy weekend for us. We were unplugged, so we are plugging back in, and you guys were crazy. It's been amazing watching what you guys were all up to, and felt weird to not be a part of it, but it was really good to be present at the wedding and everything. But yeah, while people are hopping on, I'm just gonna share a little bit about yeah, how grateful I am to be a part of this tribe. All of y'all have just been so incredible through our whole journey, and Jess and Shay, obviously you guys have been absolute rock stars, and I was crazy busy. And Jess, like seriously, your voice memos just get me every time. We're so grateful for you and what you do for us, and the way that you pour into us. And Shay, I don't know if she's on here. I don't think she's on here yet, but um, we love you guys so much. So anyway, I'm very grateful to be here and very excited, nervous, but excited. So I'm just going to share a little bit of my story, and then I'm going to let Sally share hers. And yeah, it's been quite the ride and quite the, what, 20 months, I guess it's already been. Crazy. And there's people on here that have known us since the beginning, and we're so grateful for all of you. It's crazy the sisterhood that we've created here and how close I feel to all of you. But there's also a lot of new people, because you guys are absolutely just doing the thing and impacting so many lives, and you're bringing so many new people on. So I feel like a lot of people probably don't know um, Sally and I's backstory and kind of where we came from and why we do things a little bit differently than some of y'all, and how that's been working for us and things like that. So I'm just going to start at the beginning, and I'm going to try to keep it short. But for some of you, you might not know, but Sally and I were Amish up until just a little over a year ago. So when we started with this, we were Amish. Yes, we were the wild Amish. Just kidding. But we had smartphones even though we were Amish. So um, that was how I got introduced to Shay through Instagram. And yes, there's lots of different types of Amish. So it's not like everybody has a cell phone. But anyway, I'm not going to get into all of that. But so when I started sharing, it was completely something that was so out of my comfort zone. But I knew what I wanted. I knew I wanted free products at that time. It was free products. So I started sharing because I felt so incredible. And within a week's time, I seen such a change happen um, up here. And I started leaning out. And a lot of you know my results. I went from being this tired mama that was always sleeping in every morning until dear knows when, 8 or 9, because my kids slept late. And then I went to being energized, motivated, being able to stay awake in the morning, to not needing naps anymore, and all of the things. And then I started shedding the baby weight that I wanted to lose, and I lost about a pound a week. My goal was about 5 months later, so it was incredible, and I could not help but share. So I decided to take Shay's advice and do a live or two, and I kind of got addicted. Got addicted to the hype and to sharing my story and helping other people experience what I'm experiencing. So that is a little bit of the backstory, and I just want you guys to know that I told Shay a few weeks ago, I said if two Amish girls can do this, y'all can freaking do this. Because obviously we're not Amish anymore. We did change churches, and we aren't Amish anymore, but we still have a lot of people that are, and we really wanted to not, how would you say, not lose friends over it. So we knew we have to do things a little bit differently in order to um, make this work. We knew we're not going to be able to be talking about, like for me, I do have a caddy, and I'm so incredibly grateful for it, but I don't talk about it all the time because in our culture, people don't even have cars, so it's crazy, like the different way that we had to spin things. So every once in a while I will talk about it, but I don't talk about it as much. And I'm learning and growing in that area on how to talk about the business and about the auto bonus and about my car and all of the things, incentives that come. And I've broken down a lot of barriers, but still have a long way to go in the confidence of that and how to talk to my audience. So um, I think my advice for you guys tonight is to speak to your audience and stay true to your heart. If it doesn't feel good, it doesn't feel good, it's not good. But that doesn't mean you can't get pushed out of your comfort zone. It just means you have to stay in tune with who you are, because you're going to lose sight of yourself pretty dang fast if you try to be like every other person on your newsfeed. Um, so I think, I'm first and foremost, I'll say that like I do enjoy playing around with pictures and editing and stuff, but I'm no pro at presets and all of that stuff. But I went through a time where I tried to figure it all out, and I do use presets now, but at one time I let all of that just get up in my head, and then I quit doing the thing. Just do you. I went 12K, and yes, I have an incredible, incredible team. Sally has been a force to be reckoned with, and I'm so grateful for her. I love you, girl, so much. But we did it without all of that. And I'm not saying you don't need that to get to the next level, but don't let all of that keep you from playing the game. Like, don't get so caught up in all of that that it has to be perfect, that it's going to keep you from showing up and that you're going to burn out, because I would burn out pretty fast if I wouldn't. I mean, and it has happened that I get in my head about all of that, and then I would quit. I just kind of slow down and I just kind of quit posting. And so my encouragement is to stay true to yourself and to what you know that feels good in your heart to share and impact in those ways. Um, so that is some things that I definitely feel is very important. And then also, I have a few notes here. I jotted down a few notes a few minutes ago, and um, definitely lean into your leadership, your leaders, because that is very, very, very key. And like again, Shay has advised me in lots of ways that sometimes I had to put my own spin on it. But definitely lean into your leadership, and I'm so grateful for everything that she's taught me and for the way that she walked alongside of us and just helped us work through different areas that we had challenges in, and prayed for us. And Jess and Shay, you both have had huge impacts on our walks in life, and Elevation has, of course, had a huge impact, and you guys introduced us to them. So thank you for that. That's been incredible. And then something else that I was reading that I wanted to share is that, like, bring the joy. I was reading in a book called High Performance Habits by Brendan Burchard. I don't know if you guys can see, but talks a lot about bringing the joy. So in here it says, most people are about as happy as they make up their minds to be. And that is a quote by Abraham Lincoln. And then he talks about how research shows that joy plays such a huge part in what makes high performers successful. David got this book when he started his business, and I just picked it up a few days ago and started reading it, and this jumped out at me. So research has shown that joy plays a huge part in what makes high performers successful. You might recall that joy is one of the 3 defining positive emotions of the high performance experiences. And I was like struck by that. They were like, bring the joy, bring the energy, bring the vibrancy. That in itself just speaks to people. And he goes on to say, like, there is times you go through hard things. And for us, as like, say that we are the high performers, we need to work on taking the time that we need, but then still just finding the joy, finding the joy, finding the joy. Doesn't mean you can't have hard days, doesn't mean you can't share the hard things. But I was so struck by this whole chapter, and I could sit here and read all of it to you for it to make a lot more sense. But just bring the joy, ladies, bring the energy, bring the vibrancy, and y'all do such an incredible job with that. But there is so many negative Nancy's out there, and people need positivity and joy, along with realness, of course, with realness, because vulnerability, realness, that's not even a word, but I think y'all know what I mean. So yeah, that is kind of a little bit of what I had to share as far as encouragement wise. And yeah, I am going to hand it over to Sally, and then if she finishes up and we still have got lots of time and something else comes to mind, I will chat some more. So Sally, take it away.
Hey guys, I am Sally. I am Barb's sister-in-law. I'm married to her brother, and you guys probably don't see me in the chat very much because, to be honest, y'all intimidate me. um, I'm there. I see all the messages. I'm there. I'm 100% there. I just don't really participate. But I joined in January of 2019, a few months after Barb. And yeah, it's been, how would you say, it's, as you can probably tell with us like being Amish and all of that, we've gone through a lot of stuff. We've broken down so many walls, and our whole entire lives as we knew it changed through Thrive. Like through all of this team, this encouragement, the motivation, the sisterhood, all of that, like our entire lives changed. And Barb's whole family, like my husband's whole family, everything changed for us. And it's been incredible to say the least. But yeah, I I don't really know how much I have to share. I am a 12K leader, but I hit 12K in July and August of last year, and I have not hit that rank again. I've always been here, but I never managed to hit it again. I am always praying, but my mindset and my focus has shifted so much in the past couple months, and just made me realize like what I want from this and who I want to be and who I want to inspire and encourage and all of that. And it just brings me to tears to like over the weekend to be unplugged and see this team like show up like that, and to know that Jess and Shay weren't there and all of that. You guys blew me away. It was amazing to see that. So yeah, one thing that has really stood out to me and encouraged me the last couple months has been like, this quote just sticks in my head, is always keep sharing your story even before you get to the happy ending. It's not the happy ending that necessarily always inspires people. It's the journey of it and what you go through and what you push through and how your life changes and your mindset. Honestly, like your dedication to your faith, your mindset and all of it. And that's just one thing that I try really hard to keep straight and all of that, and to just like remember that God has a plan for all of us and that our story is meant to inspire people and to encourage and lead people, and that there's always someone that's going to relate with what you have and what you're going through. As I mean, like, y'all probably don't relate to what we've gone through, but at the same time I feel like everyone still has, church drama, family drama, all of those kinds of things that you go through as you're growing up, and your spouse and their family and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I don't know, I just decided, I told Shay, I was like, you know what? I need to do a Zoom. I don't want to do one. I really don't, but this was my comfort zone. This was my little box that I had put myself into, where I didn't step out and I didn't show up and I didn't go further. Like I didn't push myself past that wall. And I told her, I was like, I need to, I feel it. I feel like I'm like holding myself right here. And until I push myself past that wall, I'm not going to get to the next level. And the next level for me isn't about the paycheck. It's not about enrollments or anything like that. It's about this in my mind, like the walls that I'm putting up for myself, and I won't like get past them because of the way I talk myself out of it. something I just read tonight that really resonated with me was like, before you overthink, talk to God. When you feel your mind just racing and you just feel yourself like talking yourself out of it, and I don't need to show up today, and I don't need to I don't need to show up for myself. I don't need to show up for other people. This business isn't working. My paycheck's not what it looks like. This isn't what they said it's going to be. Like, you need to talk to God, and you need to talk to yourself and get yourself straight, because it's not always easy. It's really not. Like, and it's not about that. It's like, when I look back, the person I am now to the person I was a year and a half ago, not even a year and a half ago, y'all, I am like so far from the same person. Like,
It's crazy.
I would not even recognize myself a year and a half ago. Like, my mindset, my my faith, like everything.
Unreal.
And it just like, yeah, I guess that's what I've got. Like, you need to stop overthinking, need to stop putting limits on yourself. You know, whatever you tell yourself, whatever you tell your mind, if you can or can't do it, you're going to believe that.
Yes.
Like, bottom line. And I'm a work in progress. I really am. I haven't arrived. I don't think we ever do or will. I hit 12K last year, haven't hit it since, but that's fine. That doesn't define me. And, it's not the rank. It really isn't. It's about my mind and what I choose to believe. So, yeah, that's what I got. Go ahead.
That is good. So true. Go ahead, Brielle.
Go ahead, what? Just cry. No, honestly, oh my gosh, like the growth right now, I can't. Like, if you guys are new, you're probably gonna be like, what is with all these people who are crying all the time? But like, we really truly just care about everybody. Like, I don't care if you've been in here for 2 seconds or you've been in here for 2 years. Like, we genuinely super care, whether we tell you every single day or not. And so to like hear Sally talk like that, like it just makes me emotional. And it like, see Barb and like their journey, it gets me emotional, because from someone who's gotten to know them and who has gotten to meet them and things like that, like anybody knows, like it's just when you see someone walk into this tribe and they're so broken and they're so done and they fight past all that crap, like they were just talking about, you get past all of that and you just keep going, and then you see them freaking show up on a Zoom and pour into people, like, oh my God. Okay, I'm done.
Can I say something? Well, first, I'm going to say that guys, I think I need help. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 patches on. Someone send help. I think I'm forgetting to take them off. I just noticed when I put the camera on, I was like, oh my God, something's wrong. I need to like take some of these off. I think I'm overdosing on patches right now. But that's not what I wanted to say. What I wanted to say is what they said, if you guys didn't catch that, was so powerful. I hope you wrote it down. Connect to your audience. What they're trying to say to you is that they don't flash no fancy cars, no big paychecks, no ranks. Do you know that Barb, I'm so sorry, Barb, I'm just going to talk a little bit about you. Do you know that Barb has never once, I don't think, if I'm not mistaken, posted that she's earned a bonus or anything? She doesn't even put that on her wall. Yet Barb is one of the strongest legs in our whole entire team. So when you get caught up in your head that it's about the money and the checks and the glitter and the glam, you have something else coming. What Barb does is she shows her authentic self. She shows up as herself, and also shows the growth that she's experiencing. Connecting to your audience is massive. When they said that like to you, you should be highlighting that, because that should show you that you don't need all this social media game to get to where you need to go. What Sally said, you should be highlighting it. She's still breaking down barriers. She might not be seeing the re-ranking. She might not be seeing the checks, but what she said is, I realized that's not about that for me. I had to come to that realization where is my vision for Sally? Not for Jess, not for Brielle, not for Kristen, not for anyone on this team. Where is my vision for my life? Who am I showing up for? Who am I showing up as? And what are my goals? And did you hear her say, I knew I needed to get on a Zoom. I knew I needed to step up. It wasn't, I need another customer. I need another enrollment. No, it's me. How can I grow? You guys are waiting on other people to create your growth. You create your own growth. You don't need a customer to prove that you grew. You need to show up at the next level to show that you grew with or without your customer, with or without your enrollment. Another thing that I think you need to know about this team is they are not promoter heavy. They're customer heavy. And that actually produces bigger paychecks in the end, because you're doing retail sales. That's like a comp plan thing. But at the same time, Barb and Sally are both very good at connecting with people with these products. And at the end of the day, that's what we are. Sometimes we get so caught up on how big's my team, how many team members do I have? I need a promoter. I need someone on my team. And it's like, okay, calm down for a second. Before someone's going to join your team, you need to show them why they would join your team. And Sally and Barb are prime examples of that. They show up with the products line, show them what it delivers. They're consistent with their products. They're consistent with their brand. They're consistent with who they are, what they stand for. They have never wavered. And that's so incredible. Sally, Barb, I am so incredibly proud of you. If you don't hear it throughout the week, I hope that right now on this Zoom, I can just speak that into your life right now, that you guys are saying that you've been inspired by people on this team. Heck, you've inspired this team to show us that it doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be a certain cookie cutter. You don't have to look away, talk away, have a certain faith, have a certain social media presence, have a certain this. You've broken down barriers every single day, and that's something to be proud of. And I know this team of women support both of you. They love you. We cherish you because you guys are genuine people, and we feel proud to have you on our team. But I hope you guys realize that the truth they spoke tonight was very valuable information, not some little like Zoom that might like give you all the social media pointers, but valid information on how to actually authentically grow an organization to a successful place. So, and they're so humble, the most humble people I know. Barb's done driving around in a Cadillac and no one even knows. I love it. I absolutely love it. If you haven't gotten close to Barb or Sally, message them tonight. Let them know how this Zoom impacted you, because they are two people you definitely want to get to know. You want to rub shoulders with, because their presence alone makes you better. And so I'm thankful for everything you've spoken to this team tonight. I'm proud of you. Re-ranks mean nothing. How you've shown up, how you've gotten back up, how you keep going, how you keep pushing yourself to next levels. That's what proves your game. And so I'm really, really, really proud of you from a leadership point of view. And I hope everyone took notes from this. But that's all I wanted to say. Are we good to go? We can go ahead and call it a night. Thank you, ladies. And I love you guys.
Thank you. Bye, guys.